Hi guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got something a bit different for you guys. I've had a lot of stuff going on recently. Long story short, I am scheduled to have my very first testosterone shot. My heart is racing so much right now. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know whether to do like a normal introduction to this video or just launch right in. I'm very overwhelmed.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm a writer. It's my book! I'm a content creator. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a tattoo enthusiast. I love animals. Say hi. I make mainly LGBT plus content, which is a mixture of videos about my own transition. Today is a very exciting day because I just got back from my top surgery consultation and videos about topics that I think are important to talk about. Something I've seen a lot happening recently is what I like to call cisconceptions. I also make random videos when I fancy of my snakes and things like a room makeover when I redid my bedroom. My dad and I redecorated the entire thing. And just fun videos with my friends. And with Jake! Look who's here! Quite a few of them are drunk Q&As, which are really fun.
Hi guys, it's Steph. Welcome to my channel.
I've been quite lucky. I've been able to do quite a few LGBT plus themed events already, which is really cool. One of my favourites was definitely Summer in the City last year. I got invited to be a guest speaker on the gender identity panel.
Hi, I'm Steph. I use he, him pronouns. I also do a lot of trans-related videos on YouTube, and I'm also a writer.
It was a really cool experience. On the Sunday, got to sit on this panel with a bunch of people, quite a few of whom I already know. We just got to sit for like an hour and discuss LGBT issues. Because it was the gender identity panel, we got to talk about a lot of trans issues, which I really enjoyed because that's obviously a passion of mine. And then we got to take questions from the audience, which was great because I felt really connected to everyone in the room, getting questions like from people who needed help coming out or who had just come out and wanted to know how to deal with transphobia. It was kind of nice being a voice of comfort to younger people like I had from people that I looked up to when I was first coming out. I am about to watch a very early video from my YouTube channel. I think it's about 3 or 4 years old, discussing my coming out story. It should be very interesting to look at this because I look very different. I sound ridiculous. I'm not ready to hear my own voice. I don't want to, but I will do it for prosperity and for the sake of documentation.
Hey guys, it's Steph. Another video.
I mean, sorry, whomst? That's like 2 different people, right? And this was only, I'll tell you the date, just over 2 years ago. God bless T.
And my friend Mel asked for my coming out story. I don't know, I feel like people might be curious about it because
Oh my God.
I have had quite a few coming outs already in my life and I'm only 22.
See, and at this point, I was thinking, I'm deepening my voice so much. Like, it's so deep. It wasn't deep at all, Steph. And I feel like this is the thing that a lot of trans guys go through. I was obviously trying to overcompensate because I was insecure about my voice and still am. But at this point now, like, I know what it sounds like. Whereas back then, I think I was very much, not in denial, but I was trying to convince myself otherwise. And it's just not good.
We start back when I was about 16. Identified as a
what a
girl back
baby.
then. Didn't really know anything about being gay, being trans, any of this. Didn't
True.
really have any gay friends at the time.
Nope.
Rephrase. None of my friends had come out.
Yeah.
So I thought I didn't know.
Yeah, I have so many gay friends now, it's a joke.
I knew a lot of queers even back then.
Like, have you noticed even like how much my face shape has changed? I had still like puppy fat and it was very soft, whereas now I feel like I'm hitting myself in the face. But also like a bit more chiseled. I've got like a jawline now. I didn't have before. It's hidden under my beard, but it is there.
But it was terrifying because it was my first coming out. So I'm really glad I got
my
good reception with
voice.
that.
What are some issues that trans people still face today, do you think?
I mean, overall transphobia is obviously the biggest one. But if you like break it down into segments, it's things that are ridiculous that you wouldn't even think should still be an issue. So it's things like trans people not being hired for certain jobs, trans people for some reason not being allowed to serve in the military, people trying to keep trans people out of sports. It's basically society seeing trans people as not deserving of rights, which is disgusting because we're just people. If anything, people should be nicer to us because like, it's not our fault we were born, you know, with our gender identity not matching up to the body we developed in, so that's not fair. Next for me online is continuing with YouTube, because it's a thing that I love to do. I would love for my channel to grow organically just because I love the idea of reaching more people and having more people see my content and hopefully relate to it. I just want to help people. So reaching more people is ideal because it means I can hopefully help more people. I'd also love to do more events where I get to talk about kind of trans representation and trans people and be there for trans people and kind of be a voice for the community is amazing to me. So that's something I definitely would like to pursue more in the future if given the chance. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Hi guys, it's Steph. This is my voice about 1 hour on T. This is my voice 2 months on T. This is my voice 3.5 months on T. And this is my voice 6 months on T. This is my voice almost 11 months on testosterone. And this is my voice 1 year on T. I've had a bit of a journey with realising that I'm trans. It wasn't a clear cut, oh, I'm a boy. I went to uni, met a whole bunch of people, and kind of started realizing that there were other things out there, there were other labels. I wasn't just stuck in this, no, I'm just a butch woman kind of category. I stumbled across transgender very quickly and trans men, but that was a very scary concept and I was very much in denial, very much in the closet. And then I found non-binary, which is when people don't fully identify with either male or female. I used they them pronouns, which are gender neutral pronouns, and I mean it kind of for me worked like if you had your arm ripped off by a shark and you put a plaster on it or like a bandage. Like it's gonna help, but eventually, you know, the blood's gonna soak through and it's not gonna work. You need to actually get like an operation to fix it. And it came to me one day, it was like 3 in the morning, I was sat in bed. The thought just came to me like an epiphany almost. It was just, I'm a guy. It just dropped in my head and I was like, oh my God. And obviously no one was around for me to tell because everyone was asleep. So I just turned to my snake, Murphy, and I said, Murphy, I'm a boy, like I'm a man. And obviously he didn't say anything back because he's a snake. So he just hissed at me and went on his way.
What was your reaction when Steph came out as a man?
Honestly, my first reaction, because it was in a telephone conversation, I'll tell you what happened. He phoned me and said, Dad, I'm at Mum's house and I need to speak to you. And I said, all right, what is it? And he said, can you come round so I can tell you and Mum at the same time? I want to have a chat with you. And I said, yeah, okay, sure, of course I can. Is it about your sex change? I thought that's not to cut to the chase. And he went all quiet for a minute and then he went,
how did you know? And he was like, oh, all right then. And I was like, what?
And I said, I've known you all your life. I was waiting for you to realise.
He was like, you know, it just makes sense. And he was like, you know, now it'll be different when I talk about you because I won't say Steph, my daughter, I'll say Steph, my son. And so I'm just shaking.
Where Steph was heading, I didn't want to push him that way. I think it's just best to let them get there by themselves, and he eventually got there. I loved him before, did anything for him, drove him to GAY at 5 to pick him up at 5 in the morning. Still do that now. Still run around like the one that said, you ask Fly? Well, I've said it anyway. If you ask Fly to do things for him, then I'll still do it for him now. So absolutely nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is I have to remember that when I speak to him or describe him to other people, I have to say he, not she. That's about it, really. But nothing else has changed. I don't see why it should. He's still my child, and nothing changes.
The royalty has arrived. Her Highness is here. Hi.
The bar has arrived.
Yes! Oh my God.
We are about to watch Orphan Black. We're going to watch a specific episode which features Tony, who is the first trans character on the series and the only. It's interesting that he's trans because he's a clone and the rest of his sisters are all cis-ders. And it's interesting to me that that he is transgender and is actually a man, so that's cool. For me, it was the first time I can remember seeing a trans guy character, wearing a binder and doing his tea shop.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Have you
that's
guys
true,
seen,
actually.
Was this the same for you guys?
Yeah,
Because I don't remember seeing that on TV.
No. I think
not on such a mainstream show, because loads of people watched Orphan Black.
Yeah, and it wasn't like hidden at all.
No, he was just parading around in his binder, which is what I do.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
Like every time you get a trans storyline, it's like the person realising they're trans.
Yeah, you never
don't get the binder,
you don't get them. You don't get them just.
You don't get like, yo, I'm a trans man.
Yeah.
Which is like Tony's like, no, I already know, I'm here.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Which is always great.
And I realise his facial hair is not similar to mine, but the texture is similar to mine, which I appreciate.
What would you say to your past self?
Like, it's gonna be okay. That's like a big thing, because I don't think I knew that in the past, and I was very much like scared of the future and stuff. Wherever you end up, it's gonna be chill. You're gonna have really good friends. You're gonna have a great time. Don't worry about it. And also, even if you don't fully know like where you're going or who you are, you know, it might take some time, but you're gonna get there eventually. So you're gonna be okay.